Okay, you guys, let me tell you a little story and a little project. But first, let me say, this all started because my phone was listening in on my conversations. Yeah. So, what happened one day was, just life, right? My son moved out. He bought a lot of the stuff for the guest bathroom, and so I said, sure, take it with you. But that left me with kind of a naked bathroom, if you will. No shower curtain and nothing, none of the pretties and stuff. So I bought a shower curtain called Barn Doors because we kind of like going to the mountains and camping, and we have family up there, and I'm a horsey girl and I love that. And so I bought this shower curtain and I was like, no, it's awful. And so I returned it. It was some Barn Doors and I returned it to Amazon easily. And so I was texting or talking or both, on a phone call, who knows. And I told him my whole shower curtain is just wrong and awful. And so I bought a beautiful shabby chic white and sort of a gray, and it's big buttons on it. It's very rustic, but it's not like a picture onto a shower curtain. It's just beautiful. I love it in the bathroom now. And we kind of remodeled that bathroom. We did some updates on my bathroom too this summer. So with all that said, my phone was listening to me. And then it decided on Facebook to start recommending that I go to these shower curtain Facebook pages. And I'm like, what? I mean, I'm scrolling through going, I had no idea about this world that was out there. People are just turning their, really awful concrete small spaces, some of them, a lot of them are urban, a lot of us live in cities or suburban, so they're making them into Greece or into a little walkway down Italy, and you see everything tropical. There's one company, and I'll link all this in the description box below, but there's one company that makes these extraordinary long, they're not even for showers anymore at this point, really long curtains. And they're to make your pool area all tropical and private. They're privacy screens as well, And some people have like garbage alleys in the back of their yard. And I don't have that, but I have seen that in other cities that I've lived in. And, it's kind of ugly and it's kind of a, one of those spaces you don't want to show off, and it's just not pretty. And so, they may put up some 4x4s or 2x4s, or maybe they have some structure in place somehow, and they just are popping these shower curtains in. So of course I had to like, share, subscribe on all their stuff. And so I was telling Jack about it. I'm going to buy this little shower curtain, for like $15. It's pretty nominal. And I put it in the backyard by the chicken coop. You'll see in a little bit. I was like, I love this. This is gorgeous. So Jack has this new hanger that he moved in. I said, I can totally see it. I can mural. I'm an artist also. I can mural it, or we can buy you some shower curtains. We can put a little shed roof. We can turn your hanger into this cute little airport sitting cove or something like that. It's sort of the man cave, really. And he fell in love with it. Well, I bought the horse thing, hung it up. We loved it. We thought it was so cute. I got like 1,000 thumbs up on Facebook, which has never happened to me. And then I got to looking at this ugly shed that's condemnable. And I was like, you know what? Until the guys decide to move on it with the heavy equipment, I might as well make it pretty for $30 or something, right? $10 a shower curtain, or maybe 15. I know you can go up there, but really a 72 by 72 is pretty cheap. And 72 is exactly what I needed from top to bottom on this really old shed. I don't know, it was probably from the early 2000s. It's very old. It's had a tree dropped on it, during a hurricane and everything. Thank God it missed the house. But anyhow, and it was never built right. The foundation sinking, never made properly. And so, and then we cut a hole in it for all the irrigation issues we had 2 weeks ago. And it's just such an eyesore. And I just sit there in the kitchen as a every day, you know, doing dishes and cooking and cleaning and whatever. And I'm like, who knows when the guys are going to get to it, right? With the big tractors and stuff to pull it down. So I thought, I'm going to make myself happy for like, I think in the end, with taxes, it was like $36 for all of it. That was 3 panels. And then I, now that I know the ending, I grabbed the 4th horse panel from the back. So now you know how it started. Let me show you how it started to progress. And then we'll come back here and I'll show it to you. I have gone with sort of a barnish theme since we already have a shed right there. Buddy, are you going to check it out for me? So they're kind of laid out. I don't know if you guys can see them very well. I don't know. I knew they wouldn't really mesh perfectly, but I do think we have the more browners over here, and then it kind of goes almost bluish on this side. And we have the barrels from this and the barrels from this together. And then this would kind of be hidden. Or if I have to, I'll just put this on the other side. I think that might work. I think it might work. I kind of wanted the horsey to be on the right side. Can you all see the horsey? Yeah, I don't know, just something to kind of make the barn, you know, not barn, to make this big white shed kind of disappear. And again, it's just temporary. It's kind of just fun. I'm gonna go inside and iron out the wrinkles real quick. And then after I get it all hung, I'm gonna do some, I'll have to see how it looks, but I may either hide this thing and just have the pipe hanging out, or I might let this stick out. I don't really need to necessarily move this thing or like have it showing and use. It's not really being used. And then of course I'm gonna have to wear some thick pants and everything to get it in here. I hate, this is a space I really hate, and it should be gone, but it's not gone. So I really want to try to figure out what to do with it, how to make it more livable with until it's gone. I guess it's Buddy approved because he's on it. Waffles is still here, but she goes back to her home today. Wasp nest. Uh-oh, I pissed them off. Okay, I have wasp spray now. Okay, it's okay. Of course it's tacky. I don't want to hear any tacky comments. Still got to figure out something over here. But Then also, I'm not loving that third panel barn doors. I mean, I could tack it up and see, but let me show you what else I got going on. Okay, I haven't shown this to you guys yet, but weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess, I put a horse right here, and I fell in love with it, and I really do love it here. What if we just take him, and I think his colors, the barn colors that is a little bit more right as well. Well, but just try it. Let's see. Try to make it kind of seamless. Y'all, I am not good at this. Oh, okay. All right. And then I might tack it down one more time right down here. Although I need access to the on-off here. I'm way better with a hot glue gun. Which is that might be a good fix right there. This has become one of the most dangerous projects I've done this year, for sure. Everywhere I go, there's a wasp nest. I absolutely cannot believe when I went to cut this down, there's still two more. Well, at least they left me alone while I finished hammering. Oh my gosh. This one? Okay, this is old shed. Look at this. Isn't this just adorable? It has totally changed the feel out here. There's horsey number 2. And then a little bit of a western scene. Oh my gosh, through lunch and all that, I'm thinking, let's just clear out all the pineapples right here. Get it back down to dirt. The pineapples can actually be saved and put out in the food forest. This used to never have a weed in it, but the grass has come in over several years, really. And I'm thinking, if we clean this out, make it beautiful, we can either plant it up with all those flowers I just sowed, or we can just leave it blank with gravel, something like that. And we just make, before, as the garden grew outward, the garden has evolved so completely different than what it was. And the shed is such an eyesore. But I'm thinking, maybe I can live with it a couple more years. Put some boards across the top, fix this, fix the ends. But I can give it a shower shower curtain makeover all around the whole thing. But, and just, you know, because it is storing some stuff in there. It is storing my garden, mowing, lawn equipment and stuff in there. And I don't know about you, but this is better than I hoped for. I'm going to take you guys over the top. I can't see over the lima beans, but if you can, I'm so happy. Look at that. It's just incredible. Yes, it's lumpy and bumpy over here, but I'll take lumpy and bumpy over the mess that was going on here. And maybe Jack can pull that whole thing up, but it's also serving me because it has the 6-foot extension on there that is bringing my, instead of redoing all the instead of redoing all of the plumbing and bringing it up and everything, that little hose is saving us and bringing the whole irrigation timer thing up, everything that helped me to not have to replace hoses. It was helping me do a lot of stuff by keeping it there. So we might have to keep the lumpy bumpy there, or do you know, minimize it or something, you know, pull up this corner, have Jack fix it. I don't know what we're gonna in the future, but all I can tell you is that this is adorable. This has completely changed how I feel about this whole awful building. Seriously, I might just pull this board off and let it be kind of natural. I don't know, it kind of has that barn look to it, doesn't it? And maybe we do something, you know, get a couple more. They have some in just wood, they have some in just stone even. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be something? Maybe the shed gets a complete makeover, and maybe we keep it for a couple more years to house, like, I'm getting a ride-on lawnmower sometime between now and next spring. Maybe, and would be a great place to house it. Instead, we were going to build something, or we were going to, you know, one thing causes another thing, you know. Maybe we just keep the shed a little bit longer if we have beautified. You know, I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. I don't think I've ever had such a change of heart. I've hated, I've detested, I'm sick of this building, and then all of a sudden 4 or 5 hours later, boom, I love it. I have lights. I could even buy a strand of solar lights, hook the solar up here, and boom, we got lights every night out here in my barn, quote unquote. I would have lights every night on my barn. Oh. We're gonna have to do that next paycheck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The ideas are now flowing. This is such a game changer. Maybe you guys have a space. I mean, yes, it's not perfect. I mean, because they're different shower curtains. But isn't it better than just a white wall that had all sorts of rotting at the bottom and holes in it? And, you know, for years, I had thought about making a mural. And then I was like, nah, and Jack's like, nah, don't waste your time. We're going to pull it down. And I've been waiting so long, you know, I was like, maybe going back to maybe I should do the mural again. Isn't that so cute? I can't get over it. Oh my gosh. This is so much easier than a mural. Murals take me days to do, especially long ones like this. And you got to buy a million paints. They're expensive. I guarantee you, which one? I think that was like $14.99. One of them in the middle was $9.99. I bought this other one for $16. The horse one, I bought that one last month for $16.99. I don't know. I mean, really, I'd have spent that in paints just muraling this. Oh, and I love how the barn doors kind of ended up right on the corner line. So it looks like a door here and a door here, which goes perfect with the horse here. I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. Boy, do I love that. And I just got to tidy up that walkway. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm going on and on and on and on about this. I had no idea it was going to make me feel so emotionally different about my building. Oh, y'all, tell me what you think down below. Oh, I love it. I mean, seriously, just another shower curtain or two? Well, 3 or 4. Okay, because I'm thinking we redo this and I just staple it, whatever, to the doors. I cut it out and staple it to the doors. Maybe paint this brown or something, barn-like, and do it on the back side. And I don't know what we do with this side. This side's pretty bad. The base of it is really bad. It's definitely eaten up. This used to be a little chicken door. We used to put our baby chicks on the inside and have a run down here. Back before there was a 6-foot fence here before we owned this property, and we had a little chicken run that used to go down here. But what do you think? What do you think? We should talk Jack into it? I don't know. I love it. I love it. Just a little freshening up to extend the life a year or two on it. I think we could do it. Before I forget, in case anybody wants to know, at the top main points, I used a flathead nail, only about 1 inch, I think it was. And then I used some finishing nails to do all the other minor tacking, because I did not want, like, for example, there's one right here. I don't really want a big head to show, but I didn't want the wind to catch it. So there's one like right here as well. One down here, just enough. I don't want to make this stand out any more than it is, but there was a couple places where it was good, and tacked it up, make it tighter. No wrinkles in the horses, those kind of things. I had this other obstacle right here with the old lights. I don't know what's going on with, I know it's broke, but I don't know if Jack can, there's no power going to the shed anymore. We got rid of that. When did we get rid of that? About 8 years ago. When we moved, there used to be a pool pump at the end and a big, all that piping. But there was power to the shed. All that, I think, is dead and gone. And I wonder if we can just cut that. I'll have to ask Jack, though. But in the meanwhile, I just cut a line down there and I tacked up at the top. Yes, I didn't think I was going to like this piece and send it back to Amazon, but I think it works better with having the horse in between here. And it kind of is a better match. It's not perfect. The wood color on it is so fake compared to, like, this looks like real wood. This, I don't know, looks to me like they put a thoroughbred with a cactus, and this was so pieced together. This is definitely photoshopped. You got like wine bottles here with, that's definitely so photoshopped. All right, now I'm just silly and going on and on about nothing. But you guys, all right, that was a morning well spent, and I did not get stung. So that's fantastic. You guys, with that being said, take care. God bless. I hope you do a fun project like this too. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.